So where was we implementing our changes here, right? Okay. So I'll create a new package. New package. Here I'll write this loops. All the for loop, while loop, and for loop. So I'm creating a class name called while. So in this I'm getting a main method. Main method. So I have a boolean value. Boolean value variable loop is equal to true. Here, if I'll print this, will return it. It is return the true path, true value. So here, and also what I can do, if some conditions or conditions like 4 less than 5, 4 is less than 5, 4 is less than 5. It is less than 5 only, right? 4 is less than 5. You print this, what it will happen? It returns a true. It's a true. The statement is true. 4 is less than 5. I'll say 6 is greater than 1. 6 is greater than 1. It's a true statement. It is greater than. 6 is greater than 1. Yes, it is a big letter if you compare with 1. So it's also true statement. So it prints this true statement. Also, if I'll say 6 is less than 1, 6 is less than 1, the statement is false. Statement is false. It returns the false statement. False statement. Also, I can use this variable as well. In the place of any place, two variables also I can do it. Int value is equal to 10. What is this? Int is a primitive data type. Value is a variable is equal to the value 10 value I assigned it. And so the same integer value giving here value less than 1. What is value? It's a 10 is less than 1. Is this true statement? It's a false. False. 10 is not less than 1. 10 is greater than 1. It's a greater than 1. So it is a true statement. So you can also use this variables to have these conditions, or also you can use or false into the boolean, and whatever boolean is going to be stored true or false. The same way, have a while is a keyword. While is a keyword, and in this will have the condition. Condition will be true or false. True or false. So if the condition is true, the statements will be executed. Statement will be executed. See here, this is the syntax of while. So if you want to keep this syntax in multi comment, and how to do this multi comment in Java, just simply slash to the enter. Whatever number of lines you can add it, it will be added here. So what I'll do, I'll copy this into this multi-line comment place. We'll implement the same way. our program. So what is the syntax of while loop? While is a keyword. We need to be use this keyword, and the condition should be true or false. It has to be written that true or false, and then statements to be executed. This, if the condition is true, the statements will be executed. Statement will be executed. So same way, I'm going to be implement loops here while condition is passing this loop, passing the loop, and statement to be executed. I'll put this sys out. I'll put this statement is true. The loop statement is like, the loop variable is true. Then execute this. What is the value? Value is 10 less than 1. 10 is less than 1, right? It's a true statement. So then this line is going to be executed. E goes infinite loop, and it is executing till unless if it is false, until unless false, this statement continues execution. Execution it will do. So it's continuously or infinite loop it is doing it because it's always true. So I'm stopping this. So here I want to increase this loop value, and our value here. So here you can see loop is a boolean, right? I can increase this value or otherwise this value. So 10 is greater than 1, right? Greater than 1, that is true statement. I'll put this here 20 is now 10 is greater than 20. It's a false statement. Not execute this statement. It's a false, right? So what I want to do, I want to increase the value here and stating 21, then it will be is continuously executing. So here what I'll do, less than 20. So it's true. It's continuously executing infinite loop. So what I'm doing, I'm going to be increase this value plus 1. I'm storing back into this value itself. Whenever it comes inside this particular loop, true statement, it increases one value or adding one value to this value. So one time it got true, and this was that time, it is 10, right? It is 10. The value is equal to 10. Value is equal to 10. Then it comes here and adds the value is equal to 10 plus 1. What is the value here? 11. It's storing into this as 11. And it goes and check this condition. 11 less than 20. Yes, it is true statement. Like that, it goes increases and until 20 less than 20, it's a false statement and it comes out of this particular loop. So this is what we wanted to do it. So let's see. I'll concatenate this here. Value, what is the value is coming? Value also we want to see, and as well this symbol, as well concatenate this compare, which value we are comparing with the 20, right? See here, bring it now. Value is coming into this 923,797. What is the value? The value is 10 and value less than 20, and loop we are doing it, and the loop is here value. The value is equal to value plus 1. And it is, oh, guys, it's like, we are doing here. We can give this condition directly here itself. So it started from the 10, and 10 less than 20, it's a true statement. 11 less than 20 is a true statement. Like that, it went to this 19 less than 20 is a true statement, and 20 less than 20 is not a true statement. 20 less than 20 is not a true statement. If you want to have this true statement less than or equals, then it is a true statement. If you are not giving this less than or equals, it is a false statement. It's not a less than, it's an equal value of 20 and 20. So repeated 10 times and came out. So this loop or condition went to the false. It came out from that particular. Here we have a value like 10. I'll say here 10 plus whatever value it is coming, and adding this as 11. So we wanted to be store it. So that is why we have given a value here and a value, and we are storing into that. So in a rare cases we use this while loop into this on real time. So still we have to be understand this, and we'll jump into this for loop now. For loop, I'm creating new class called, I'm going to be see this for loop now. For loop main method I have later point. I'm going to be look the for loop, right? There is a keyword. Let's have this syntax here. Multi-line comment. I'm doing it, and for is a keyword, and here we'll have this two semicolons inside the bracket, and we'll have this loop counter and the condition, and then increment. So two semicolons inside this, three blocks will be there in this loop counter. It's going to be counted your loop, and then condition, condition again it will be true or false, and this incrementing is your loop counter. Loop counter starts here and it will be increase it, and your condition. What was this while loop we have done? While loop we have done, right? The while loop was statements to be executed here. Statements. So what was this value? Equal to 10, right? What was this value? It was loop counter. It was counting. It's like it is 10 value. And then here what we have given, value less than 20. Condition. So loop count start from the 10. This was condition, and then we were increasing that value plus 1. We were increasing it. So the loop counter is outside the while condition and while loop, and this increasing is incremented what we were doing inside the loop, while loop. So there was a condition. If you will see in the for loop as well, there is a loop counter and the increment. You are doing into this single statement, one place. Okay, there is a three blocks with the two semicolons inside the for loop, and this whatever statements you need to be executed inside this block you can execute. So are we good to write this for loop example for now? Any questions here? So as I said, like, two semicolons at writing your statements. Let's execute this. It is executing. It is executing. You don't have any loop counter. You don't have any condition. You don't have any increment, and you simply given this two semicolons. It is start executing infinite loop. It is infinite loop. It is executing. So I'll stop this, add this. Traditionally, we do this int is equal to 0. This is a loop counter. The initial value is 0. The primitive data type int I is a variable and is equal to 0. The initial value we have given 0. Traditionally, everyone uses this int I is equal to 0. And when it comes to this condition, the condition is I less than whatever values or whatever number of no condition you want to check. I less than 10 I'll give it. So it has to be executed till uh, you know going into this false. When it is going to be go to the false, so you can see condition and it goes to this 10 less than 10, it will continuously execute. Okay, this is an condition. This is an condition. So until unless if it is 9, it will be goes true. So we have to increment till 10 less than 10, then it goes to this false and come out of the loop. So I want to increase this I plus plus. I plus plus is here. So for loop, it's a loop counter, it's a condition, it's increment. It's an increment. I have written some statement here. Let's execute. It is execute. If you want to check this I value at net, I give this some string, then again concatenate. What is the value you are checking it? 10, right? Let's see execution. The loop counter started from the 0 less than 10. Yes, it's true. And it came to this 9 less than 10. It's a true. And when it come to this 10 less than 10, it came out of the loop. Questions here. You also can do uh, print. Print. What it will happen? It prints the same line. It print into the same line. See, it is into the same line. So I don't want to see the same line. That is why I am using this ln, print ln. So I'll have one more way to be do it. Print f. Print f I have. I don't need to be do this concatenation and all. And this I value. It uses is like percentage d. It replace this I value here. I value here. Let's see. Hello Java 0, hello Java 1, hello Java 2. It is also printing into this same line, but is replacing our percentage d I value. If I'll do this, if I'm not giving this percentage d, let's see what will happen. Not come this I value. If you give this percentage d, the I value comes inside this particular string. To hello Java 0 and hello Java 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to have this next same statement, you can give this slash goes to this next line. See here. So if you don't want to concatenate and do it, and you can also do it here, comma, if this some other trying to do this new, you don't tell anything. So here you can see this what is use of this percentage d and slash n, right? Let's see this array. What is array and how to declare array on this. So we uses this maximum for loop, and also we use this for each and all, and we'll come into this. So I'm creating new package here called arrays in Java. Close all the classes here. We don't have any questions, and we'll jump into this array. A class array in. I have a class here that is public class, and I can create a main method here. main method. So I have a int, a value is equal to 10, right? So it's a value. So it's a is a primitive data type. Value is variable and 10 is a number. So the 10 number is storing into this value, primitive data type. What I can do here, I can store single value into this. Let's say I have list of the values. I can do 30 and want to store into this one variable. Okay, so how can I do that? List of values in particular reference. So we have a array concept, values in one place. So in just this primitive data type only, we'll use this int square bracket, the reference reference variable we'll give here. So we'll give this numbers, okay, numbers. This is an reference. It is numbers is a array and it is an reference variable. We have not initialized or we have not given any memory to this or we have not given any value. Value is having 10. It holds this 10 value into this value variable. Here it is not having anything. If you print this, what it is going to be here, this value returns the 10. If you print this, what it is going to be do? It is throwing an error. Initialize variable. It has to be initialized. It is not having any value inside this. I'll initialize simply. Return 10. It's written null. So in the sense, it is not having any values here. You have not given any values in this. So before giving this any value, you need to give some memory by using the new numbers is equal to new int. This is an by giving this memory. New is a memory, and also you need to be specify the size of memory and how many number of values you want to store it. 10, 20, 30, and 40, right? Four values. You want to store the four values. And so I'm giving this four. Giving this four. And here what I'm doing is like I've already given the uh, four numbers to store the four numbers, that is memory. It's like by using the new keyword. If I'll say sys out and this number zero, so array index will start with a zero. So what is there in this first place? Zero index. Let's print it. Zero. Now the number we have already assigned the space. It's like memory. The number I'm printing it, and the number is giving the location address where it is going to be stored. This location address. This zero is, and it is printing the zero. By default, in Java, this array is going to be written for the numbers zero. Numbers, it is going to be written the zero. Okay. So I'll put it comment this also I'll put into this comment. What I'll do, I'll print all other three values as well. What it is going to be written. Third value. This was index will start from the 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Array size minus 1 will be the index. So if I'll print all the values which we have given this, it is printing 0. So see here all is 0. So if I'll assign, if I wanted to be assigned some value in of what we have given this, so what I can do numbers 10. So you need to be specified on which position you want to store this 10. I want to store this 0 in this is first position. Numbers square bracket 1 was the value, other value 20. Numbers 2 is equal to 30. Numbers 3 equal to 40. So I'll print now. I have assigned 10, 20, 30, 40 positions. It is printed. So what it is doing, we are setting the values here. We are setting the values here, and we are getting the values here. We are getting the values. So if you want to set any value, equal sign is most important. And number 0, numbers 0 index, that is 10. And you are fetching this value numbers 0. You are not giving any 0 and not having any value here. Okay, are we clear here? Any questions? So instead of writing four print statements, you can use your for loop and loop that particular array. How to do that? Let's see. For and what was the first thing we need to do? We need to give this two semicolons statements to be executed. This blocks you have initialized it. And here this loop counter will be int I is equal to, traditionally everyone will do this, and then the condition, like I less than whatever array name you have, numbers dot length, then is I less than numbers dot length. What is going to be to this numbers dot length? Let's print this dot length. Going to be written, what is the length of this array? The length of array is 4. Length of array is 4. So I less than 4. It is going to be to I less than 4. And it will get increment here I plus plus. So in this statement, in a statements, what I'll do, sys out and this particular number array. So what we were giving here, numbers and this index of that particular array. Here you can give the square and is getting increased every time, right? First I value is 0, and then executing this line of code, it will be increased, and then comes here I value 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. It is going to be printed. So I'm putting this comment here. Here you are able to, the what is the length 4, and this is 10, 20, 30, 40. Like this you can loop your array. Here this loop counter will start from the 0, and the condition is I less than, I value is 0 now, and less than numbers dot length. Numbers is a array dot length. The length is 4, and this value will be 4 here, and it will check this I less than 4. It's a true statement, and then it executes this line of code and will increase this value, and again going to be check this value I less than 4, in the sense 1 is less than 4, and then it executes this because 1 is not less than 1 is less than 4 only, so it's a true statement. It will execute this until here this 4 less than 4, it will execute. That will be a false statement. And what is the index of array starts from 0 and whatever 4 number, right? And it will be till 3 only. Till 3 only, it will print all the values. So I'll create another class stating string in Java. So string array. String array is also is, similar kind of number array. So if I have if I wanted to be stored single value string, and uh, value is equal to some string, you can store it in buzz, right? So if I wanted to be have this multiple values, if you wanted to have this multiple values or list of values in one variable, how you can do, you can similar kind of integer, you can use this string is a user defined data type, class data type. It's not primitive, non-primitive data type. I'll say words is equal to, let's initialize now. See here, the same way integer kind of thing is like just we changed it to the string, and then words is equal to new string. You need to be specify how many values or how many strings you want to be stored. The three, okay. And then 0th position, I'll give it like hello word index. I'll give position of index. Give this 2. I'll print this 0. It will print you hello. So the similar kind of thing only is like, however you have worked a number, and here you can give this a string and use with a string array as well. So here I'll say I want to print all the values, what I need to do? Same way, it's like for loop, an increment, this loop count, this 2 semicolons, and first block, you need to give this int is equal to 0. This is loop counter. The condition is, what is the condition? I less than whatever the array dot length I, then statements. Sys out. Here array name index is I. Prints everything here. Hello to you. And as well, you have for each loop. For you don't need to be have this anything, and you need to be declare any variable here. And string, it is going to be no string, because it's going to be written the string values, and w or the word or yes words. So all words is coming into the string, and the string will be, this is also going to be, let's see, a simple way to be do it. And you don't need to be give this loop counter, a condition, or increment, or everything. It's a simple way to be do it. What data it is? String data type. And there one variable here, and give it this whatever array you have it, and separate with a colon, and print all the values. It's going to be printed. So here I was giving this number array with this index, right? I mean, if I don't want to give this any size for the array, and want to give this multiple values. For example, tomorrow is want to send us 10 values and initializing and everything, right? Of doing that, int phone equal to int array type, right? Uh, and give this flower bracket with a semicolon. Whatever number of values you want to give it, and you can, for example, phone number 20, 40, 60. It won't stop you to be give any more values. Okay, whatever number you are good and you want to give it, you can give it. If you are going to be give this fourth value here, it will stop you to be, it will not allow you to be, while looping it, and it will not on out of boundary exception. Try to print this 4 here. Getting index out of boundary exception. Whatever you have assigned is a 4 value, right? 0, 1, 2, 3 is a 4 values. And if you have given for fifth value, it will not allow you to be store this value, or it will not print your value. Here, whatever number of values you want to give it, and you can give it, and do this loop of, for each loop I can show you here. Int it is printed values which is inside the loop. To get understand, I'll here is printed 20, 40, 60, 45, 60, 343, 45, 0, everything. So similar way you can do into the string as well. Thank you all for this today's session.